It's Tuesday morning in 2025. You wake up feeling completely normal. No fever, no cough, no symptoms. As you're making a coffee, a notification appears on your phone. It says, probability of respiratory infection detected 82%. You laugh for a second because how could an AI know you're getting sick when you feel perfectly fine? The system explains that it has analyzed thousands of signals, your sleep patterns, your heart rate variability, your voice, your activity levels, your blood markers, and based on all of that, it recommends a preventive plan. Drink more fluids, reduce intense exercise for 2 days, adjust your sleep schedule, and schedule a quick virtual consultation. You almost ignore it because, again, you feel healthy, but 3 days later, the symptoms arrive. Exactly as predicted. And the strange part is not that the AI was right. The strange part is that nobody is surprised anymore. Because in 2035, healthcare no longer begins when symptoms appear. Healthcare begins before the illness becomes visible. And this is where the economy starts to change. Because this story is not just about healthcare. It's about what happens when AI makes diagnosis cheap. So the first question is this. What changes when diagnosis becomes cheap? Today, diagnosis is expensive, not only financially, but in terms of time. You need an appointment, you need a doctor, you need tests, you need interpretation, you need follow up. And usually, all of this happens after something goes wrong. You feel pain, you feel sick, you notice symptoms, then the system reacts. So the current healthcare system is mostly reactive. Disease appears, then diagnosis happens, then treatment begins. But if AI can continuously analyze your health data, then diagnosis is no longer a rare event. You see, it becomes continuous, it becomes automatic, it becomes cheap. And once something becomes cheap, people use more of it. This is very important. When the cost of a capability collapses, demand doesn't always disappear. Very often, demand increases because now people can use that capability in many more situations. Before, you only went for diagnosis when something was wrong. In the future, diagnosis may happen all the time. In the background, while you sleep, while you work, while you exercise, while you live your normal life. So healthcare starts moving upstream. Instead of waiting for disease, the system starts looking for early signals. Instead of focusing only on treatment, the system starts focusing on prevention. That is the first economic shift you see. Diagnosis becomes cheap, prediction becomes common, prevention becomes more important. Now, the second question is this. What new opportunities appear? If diagnosis becomes cheap, then the work does not disappear. It moves when it comes to jobs. Now, doctors, nurses, clinics, and healthcare organizations are no longer spending all their time only reacting to disease. A larger part of the system shifts toward prevention. You see, and prevention requires new services because knowing that you might get sick is not enough anymore. Someone still has to help you act on that information. Someone has to explain what the AI found. Someone has to help you change your routine. Someone has to help you adjust your sleep, food, exercise, stress level, and probably your lifestyle. Someone has to help you follow the plan itself. This is where the new opportunities appear. We may see preventive healthcare coaches, AI health interpreters, longevity advisors. What else? Personal health optimization services. Clinic focused not only on treating illness, but on preventing, decline before it happens. And this is not just about individuals. Businesses may start offering preventive health programs to employees. Insurance companies may reward early intervention. Hospitals, yes, hospital may recognize or reorganize itself around prediction and prevention. Startups may build new tools around continuous monitoring. A whole new ecosystem begins to form. Because AI did not simply remove work, it changed where the work happens. You see, the old work was centered around diagnosis and treatment. The new work moves toward prevention, interpretation, behavior change, and long-term health optimization. And this is usually what happens with powerful technologies. They make one capability cheap, then that cheap capability becomes abundant. Then abundance creates new demand. And new demand creates new products, new services, new businesses, and new jobs because new markets appear. Now, the third question is this: what does this mean for you and me? It means that healthcare may become much more personal and much more continuous and much more proactive. Instead of going to the doctor only when something is wrong, you may have an AI system watching for early signals all the time. Not to replace doctors completely, that's just not the case, but to change the moment when healthcare begins. For ordinary people, this could mean fewer surprises, earlier warnings, more preventive action, and maybe a longer period of healthy life, which we all want, right? But it but it also means more responsibility. Because if your AI warns you early, you still have to decide what to do. Will you change your sleep? Will you change your food? Will you reduce stress? Will you follow the preventive plan? AI can predict, as you can see, AI can recommend, AI can explain, AI can do a lot of things, but humans still have to act. And this is why the future of healthcare is not only about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is powerful, highly powerful. But you see, it's also about human behavior. The technology may become cheap, the diagnosis may become automatic, the prediction may become abundant, but the real challenge becomes helping people change their lives before the disease fully appears. And that is where the new value is created in reality. So the conclusion is this: every general purpose technology changes the economy in a similar way. It makes certain capabilities cheaper. When those capabilities become cheaper, they become more abundant. When they become abundant, people start using them in new ways. That creates new demand. New demand creates new markets, and new markets require new services, new products, new organizations, and new jobs because you have simply the emergence of new markets. So AI will not simply eliminate work. It will move work. It will move work from the old bottlenecks to the new bottlenecks. In healthcare, the old bottleneck was diagnosis. The new bottleneck may be prevention, interpretation, trust, behavior change, and long-term health improvement. So the real question is not only what will AI automate? The real question is, when AI makes something cheap, well, where does human value moves next? Because that is how we understand the AI economy, not by asking only which jobs disappear, but by asking what new systems appear after intelligence becomes abundant. On that, if this got you thinking, please drop a comment. I read everything. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.